Okay, 5th and 6th grade. Today we're going to draw a cartoon face. So, thought we'd have a little fun with this. And so, here we go. So, to start with, we're going to start by drawing a circle. Alright, now that we've drawn our circle, and you can tell mine's not perfect either. So, it doesn't have to be absolutely perfect. And remember, this is more of a circle, it's not an oval. Well, because we're going to add on to the bottom of the face in the process. So, we're going to draw a guideline going down, halving the face vertically. And I'm going to halve that horizontally. And this is going to become, believe it or not, part of the brow line. Then we're going to kind of look at this and eyeball it, which is kind of funny because this is the eye line. So, had a little funny pun there. And we're going to draw and halve that for the eye line. Okay. All right, now the next step is going to be the eye line. I'm going to make kind of go in between these a little bit, and that's where my eye is going to rest. And I'm just going to do a circle and another one on this side. All right. Now, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to do our brows. And the brows are going to come up or go down, depending on how you like to draw yours. We're going to put a little vertical line right there. And from this vertical line, we're going to arch and follow this line here to come to a point. And the same thing on this side. You can always make these thinner. You can make them thicker. You can make them different shapes to give more expression, especially when you're doing a cartoon. If you're not sure what you need, you can always look at emojis. They're great at that. Or you could even look in the mirror and make a face at yourself in the mirror to see how your eyes look, how your eyebrows and your mouth all look when you're trying to express a certain emotion. All right, so for these, I'm just going to lightly do some cross hatching. Actually, just some hatching. I'm not going to cross over them. I think that would, if I cross hatch them, we're going to do this. And so this is cross hatching, and this is just plain hatching. I'm going to leave them different for right now, so you can make some decisions. Some of you might just want to color in solid with a marker when we're done. Okay, moving on. In the center, I'm going to make my pupil. That's the little black part of your eye. And around that is another circle, which would be our iris, which is the color of our eyes. And right now I'm just going to lightly shade that in. Cartoons can be in black and white, or they can be in color. So you can add colors to these when we're done, or You can do some markers and make them black and white and gray. It's all up to you. I still would probably do a little erase just to give a little highlight, even to give it some life, basically. All right, now we're gonna come right here. This is gonna be the tip of our nose right here. So I'm gonna put this funny little smile line. And I'm gonna come up about in between these two. And I'm gonna make my lines come out. And these are showing me where I should put the other part of my nose. That kind of helps you with sizing of the nose. I know noses are always so hard for everyone. Okay, so that kind of gives us our cartoon base of our nose. Now the next part is I am going to put a little line here. And I'm going to put another line here just to give us some semblance of the shadows that our nose casts onto our face. And while we're up here, let's go ahead and make a brow line. I'm sorry, not a brow line, a eyelid line. Okay, so our face is coming along. I would tell you that this would look a lot better if we go around this with a marker later, darker. Okay, and you might even decide you want these colored in more. Now, I no longer need this line right here, nor this one. So I'm gonna go ahead and erase that lightly. And that's why we always erase. We always make our lines lighter so we can erase them later. The bad part is you always have to fix everything. Okay, now I think we're getting there. He looks a little worried and concerned, doesn't he, by the look of his eyes right now, but we're gonna try to make him a little happier. So the next part is where our brow line is, we're gonna come down beside that face and bring down our chin. So now we have a nice kind of oval face going. And to where to put his mouth, and you'll be happier. I know a lot of you hate drawing lips or teeth and things, so we're gonna make this one easier because it is a cartoon. So right where I'm gonna go right between the eyes on that vertical line. If you notice, I hadn't completely erased that yet. And I'm gonna lightly do a diagonal coming down on both sides. Now this shows me where to put in my mouth. So I'm gonna make him smiling. Goodness knows we need that right now. And if you want, you could put a little bit of that under there. Now, let's go ahead as soon as you do that, and we're going to do some erasing from the beginning circle that goes up under the nose. And that line I just put in. And even the vertical line that went down the middle. So he's coming along. Now we're gonna make his neck. And I know when we did that Tim Burton cartoon drawing, self-portraits, I know I had all my 5th and 6th do that. We had really skinny necks. And on this one, we don't. We just want a normal size neck. This one isn't quite as animated looking as when we do Tim Burton. Those are a little more stylized. Okay. Now the next part we're going to need is from the eyes down to the nose is the ears. So normally ears are bigger out here at the top part. So I'm going to come across here and make sure I'm ending it to match that. But normally it's from our eyes down to our nose. And you can always look in a mirror to double check that on you to see. I think I'm making his a little bit shorter than that. And of course, we do have some shadows in there. All right. He's an interesting guy. I'm starting to feel his neck is a little too thin for me. So I'm gonna add a little bit more. Let's see. That was a little better, I think. There we go. He looks better now. All right, now one of the last things we're going to be adding on him is going to be his hair. So I'm going to come and sweep down and on this side also. And I don't even think I want it to touch right there. Now, I'm going to tell you that your hair does not sit on top of your head. I know I've told you that before, but I'm going to repeat it. Your hair does not touch the top of your head like that when we're drawing it. So this was my line. I'm going to come up and give him some hair. I'm going to do this on both sides. Okay, so now we have drawn our little cartoon dude, and he could be saying all kinds of fun things. If you want, you could leave him like this. You can add color, markers, outline, however you want. You could even add a little bubble or talk where he's talking or thinking. I'm doing a think bubble. There we go. He's thinking, oh, you can't see that, can you? I'm sorry. I miss you. All right. So there you go, boys and girls. I hope you had fun, and I'll see you next time. We'll draw something else. Bye.